Oh, there's Wendy. Awesome. Okay. Any special requests? Just
No,
whatevs?
I could
Okay.
use
don't
some
think that's the Katie
hamstrings.
special.
Yeah, the Katie special.
Hamstrings.
Yeah.
Katie special hamstring. Okay. Sounds good to me. Let's do it. I shall mute you. So go ahead and turn on any music in your background, or if you've got anything like that you like to do, feel free. So set up your space and just settle in when you're ready. We'll start in a comfortable seat. So whatever that looks like for you today, if you want to try sitting a different way than usual, go for it. I'm gonna kneel. I won't be here super duper long, but we will be here for just a moment. So get to a place that you feel like, okay, I can be here for at least a couple minutes. And then just settle in. Rest your hands wherever you'd like. So maybe in your lap, perhaps hands to heart. Even one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly works. And let's just right away drop in with 3 big deep breaths. So next time you inhale, fill up as big as you can. And big open mouth sigh, let it go. Ah. Let's do that twice more. Big inhalation, fill up, expand, inflate, hold. And then open your mouth and big sigh. Ah. Last one. So biggest inhale of your entire day thus far. Fill up. Hold. And then when you think you're full, take an extra sip, maybe even 2 extra sips. Sip, sip. And open your mouth, let it go. Ah. All right, Ujjayi breath. Come forward to hands and knees. So from hands and knees, let's just start with some cat cows as we connect to Ujjayi breath. So inhale to extend your spine, so lengthen through your front body, and exhale, round and curl in and flex your spine. This is called spinal flexion, spinal extension, back and forth, couple more times, and really feeling into this movement back and forth. See if you can notice something new in your cat cows that you've never noticed before. Bring your awareness to something new. And then finish the round you are on. And let's come back to a nice neutral spine position, hands and knees. And make sure your knees are at least hips width distance apart. We're moving into a thread the needle. So take your right arm out and all the way up, inhale. And exhale, thread it through. So reach, 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 and then rest down gently on the outside of shoulders and head. And you can work it in any way you want. Take about 5 deep breaths. So Ujjayi breath, you should not only feel your breath expanding and contracting, but also hear it. So that gentle whisper noise. You happen to have your left hand or your left knee lifted, set them both back on the ground. And then next time you inhale, unthread your right arm. Reach it out and up once more. Exhale, set your right hand down. And then this time, let's take some big clockwise circles with our hips. So all the way around, as big as you can make these circles. Feeling around. Slowly moving with your breath. And then let's come back to neutral spine. And once you're in neutral spine, make sure your knees are at least hips width distance, maybe a little bit wider. Other side, left arm out, left arm up, inhale. And then exhale to thread it through. So gently rest down and take some big spacious breaths into your back body. Work it however you want on this side as well. Just a couple more rounds. If you do have your right hand or right knee lifted, bring them back to the earth. Next time you breathe in, unthread your left arm, reach it out and all the way up. And left hand down. Downward facing dog. Oh, actually, sorry. I was going to have you take counterclockwise circles. So let's bring our knees back down and just for a moment, let's take a few counterclockwise circles once again. Got ahead of myself. All right, and then after a few of those, then find your way back into downward facing dog. Once you are in down dog, just walk it out for a moment, feel into all the length. So length from fingertips up to sit bones. And then you can kind of pedal out your heels if you want, shift your hips side to side. It's fine if you have a big bend in your knees, so don't feel like you have to get your legs straight or your feet flat on the ground. Take one more great big huge inhalation. And then as you exhale, just crawl your hands to the very back of your mat until you find yourself in a forward fold near the back of your mat. So bring most of your weight, pretty much all of your weight, into your feet. Little or big bend in your knees. Feet at least hips width distance apart, all 10 toes face forward. Ragdoll your arms, so grab opposite elbows and just kind of let your upper body bounce or sway or bob, let it be heavy. Head is heavy, neck is relaxed, and use the strength in your core to lift your butt up even higher. Face is soft. All right, next time you inhale, halfway lift position. So spine parallel to the ground. Exhale, fold and bow. And let's do that just once more. Halfway lift, lengthen, and exhale, release. Let it go. Let's take it all the way up this time. So rise up, arms overhead, breathe in, stretch, and hands to heart as you exhale. All right, inhale, reach up, high mountain. Slow dive, exhale all the way down. And as you breathe in, find your halfway lift. Exhale, fold and bow. All the way to stand, rise up, arms extend overhead as you inhale. And so heart, exhale. Let's go through that flow one more time. Half sun salute. Inhale, reach. Exhale, back down slowly. Stick your butt out. Then fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Uttanasana. Fold. Press into your feet. Lead with your heart all the way back up. Arms reach, extend. Hands to heart center. Exhale. All right. Let's get into our hammies. Bring your hands to your hips, friends. And step your right foot forward about 2 feet. So it kind of depends how long your legs are, but you want both feet flat on the ground. We're setting up pyramid pose. So you want your hips square, and I like my feet on 2 train tracks, all 10 toes face forward. So don't stand with your feet on a balance beam or it's going to be a lot harder. Give yourself some space, give your hips some space. So nice and wide like you're on 2 train tracks. Hands to hips, pull your right hip back, left hip forward. Now take your arms to the sky. Great big inhale, reach up. And as you exhale, twist left arm forward, right arm back. Squeeze through your inner thighs and press through the inner edge of your right foot a lot. Pull your right hip back and draw your left hip forward. Broaden through your shoulders and your collarbones, twist from your center. Maybe even try gazing back over your right shoulder behind you. Take one more round. Inhale, come back to center, reach up. And then as you exhale, we'll take our dive. So keep pulling your right butt cheek back as you reach your heart forward and then eventually fold over your right leg. So keep pulling your right butt cheek up, 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 and back, back, back. See if you can feel your right quad firing. So the front of your right thigh is engaging as you stretch the back of your right thigh. And every exhalation, think forehead towards your shin, nose towards your knee.
navel towards your spine. So see if you can dive just a little deeper with each exhale. We'll be here for about 3 more deep breaths. Right hip pulls up and back. All right, my friends, take your next exhale all the way to empty. And then we're going to move into a standing split. So hands walk forward and float your back leg up. So just like a one-legged forward fold, let your head be heavy, let your neck relax. Option if you want, see if you can float up to your right tiptoes. So obviously you're using some strength in your leg and your foot, but see if you can feel your core lifting you up as much as possible. Use your strong core. Relax your neck, spread your left toes in the air. Take one more big inhale, lengthen. And then forward fold, set your left foot down next to right. You should be somewhere near the middle of your mat, the center of your mat. So forward fold somewhere near the center of your mat. Bring your feet mat width distance apart. Pivot your heels in, point your toes out, and come down into a low squat position. So elbows to inner knees or inner thighs, hands to heart center. Try to keep your heels grounded if at all possible. Sometimes it helps to widen your stance. If you're having trouble keeping your heels down, you could try that. And then big spacious breaths down into your hips and your pelvis and your groin. Good job. Last round. Fingertips to the ground and lift your hips to the sky. Whew. Forward fold, walk your toes, heel toe your feet in so your feet are about hips width distance apart once again and all of your toes face forward. Find a halfway lift, inhale, lengthen, realign. Exhale, fold. Now from the press of your feet, rise up. Arms extend, reach, inhale. And then exhale, hands to your heart center. All right, hands to hips once again. Hands to your hips, and then this time step your left foot forward about 1.5 to 2 feet. Again, depends how long your legs are, but you want both feet flat on the ground. And I like all of my toes facing forward, so my feet are on 2 train tracks. So with your hands on your hips should be straight across from one another. If you can, pull your left hip back even a little tiny bit more. Arms to the sky. Big inhale as you reach up. And then exhale, twist, right arm forward, left arm back. Squeeze through your inner thighs and stay rooted through the inner edge of your left foot. Pull your left hip back, draw your right hip forward, twist with your strong core from your center. See if you can maybe even gaze back over your left shoulder. Imagine your arms are great big wings. Make them as big wingspan, big as you can. One last round. Legs stay the same. As you inhale, come back to center, arms extend up. And then as you exhale, we're diving down. So pull your left butt cheek back as you reach your heart forward. And then when you can't lengthen anymore, just fold from there. So forehead towards your shin, nose towards your knee. And then at the very bottom of every exhale, navel towards your spine. Oh, Miss Ruby. Hello, Miss Ruby. He's a good girl. All right, so remember, we want to engage our left quad muscles, feel it squeeze and activate as we stretch the back of our left leg, that hamstring muscle. Take about 3 more breaths in this pyramid posture. Good job, you guys. Bottom of your next exhale, take it all the way to emptiness. And then moving into a standing split, walk your hands forward, float your back leg up. So lift your right leg as high as it will go. I don't care if that's 2 inches above the ground, doesn't matter to me. Just find your own edge. If you would like, option to float up to your left tiptoes. Obviously, that takes some strength in your foot and your leg, but see if you can feel your core lifting you up as well. Use your strong core. Make your right leg Even more active, strong, powerful. One more inhale. Exhale, forward fold near the top of your mat now. If your left leg needs a little shake out, go for it. All right, once again, heel toe your feet out, nice and wide, and then pivot your toes out. So my toes even come off the edges of my mat. Try to keep your heels grounded as you come down into your low squat, malasana. And we'll take about 5 breaths right here. Breathe all the way down into your hips. Try to soften around the pose. If your heels are on the ground, see if you can lift your toes up and spread them. Open mouth exhales at any time. Okay, fingertips down and hips lift back up. Heel toe your feet in, hips width distance, or however you like them. Big toes can touch if that's what you prefer. Make sure all of your toes face forward. Inhale, lift halfway, realign your spine. Exhale, bow. Let's rise all the way up. Arms extend overhead. Hands to your heart, exhale. Flow with your breath, inhale, high mountain. Baby back bend, exhale, cactus your arms, lift your heart, curl open. Re-extend, realign, reach. And then dive down slowly as you exhale. Inhale, spinal extension. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, plank position. First one of practice. Take a big inhale at the top and push the ground away. Exhale, lower super slowly, strong, straight line. Let's inhale, baby cobra. Stay low. Use your back strength. Exhale, let it go. Now a little higher, inhale, full cobra. So lift a little higher using up some arm strength. Keep your shoulders back and down. Tone your belly to protect low back. Exhale, let it go. Spider-Man cobra. So nice and wide with your hands up on fingertips. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. All right, let's take it back, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg to the sky. Exhale, step your right foot forward softly. And let's take it up to crescent lunge, rise. All right, so from your crescent lunge, bring your hands to your front thigh. And what we're gonna do, you might watch me first and then follow me. So we're going to inhale, let our hips sink down and lift our heart up. And then as you exhale, we're going to straighten our front leg and reach the crown of our head forward as we pull our right butt cheek back. So inhale, coming into a low lunge, and exhale, pulling our right butt cheek back, lengthening our spine. Inhale, heart lifts, knee kisses the ground, your back knee. And then exhale, straighten your front leg. Pull your right hip back, reach the top of your head forward. Do that one more time. Stay here in this position with your front leg extended. And then from here, see if you can keep your front leg extended. Reach your arms out to both sides like you have great big wings. Keep pulling your right butt cheek up and back. Stay balanced on the ball of your back foot if possible. Maybe if you want more, see if you can reach your arms straight forward. Now, only if you want, bend your front knee and float your back foot off the ground, warrior 3, wherever you happen to be. One more big, huge breath. Woo! Let's come back to a low lunge, hands down, back toes down. Bring your back knee down, and then half splits, half Hanumanasana. So back toes are curled under, and as you straighten your front leg, flex your toes back. Try to press your right heel down and energetically pull it back towards your body. So like you're trying to stick your right butt cheek out, and then fold over your right leg with each breath. Last couple. Come back to low lunge. And then lift your back knee up. Walk your hands to the long left edge of your mat. So parallel your feet, straighten your legs. Inhale, lift halfway. See if you can pause and reach your arms up to both sides like you have wings. So feel your strong core. Reach your butt back, top of your head forward. One more inhale here. And then let it go as you exhale anywhere you want to take it. So you do you for about 5 to 7 breaths. Big, spacious inhales. And all the way to empty with your exhales. If an open mouth sigh would feel good, go for it. Last couple of breaths. Inhale, lift halfway, fingertips on the ground. And then exhale, walk your hands forward, low lunge. So from low lunge, we're gonna move into a 3-legged down dog with your right leg extending all the way back and up. Open your right hip, bend your right knee. Stay here, or only if you want, option to flip your dog. Step your right toes down behind you and reach your right arm forward. Breathe all the way down into your belly. Last big deep breath if you're with me in the back bend. And then let's all come back, regular down dog, walk it out. Strong hands on the ground. Take one more big inhale, lift your hips high. Exhale, look forward, step, tiptoe, or hop, top of your space. Once you have arrived, lift halfway, inhale. Exhale, let it go. And all the way up, rise, arms reach, inhale. Hands to your heart center, exhale. All right, continue to flow. Inhale, high mountain. Baby back bend, exhale, cactus your arms, tone your belly, curl open. Inhale, re-extend, realign, reach. And then hip hinge, slow dive. Exhale all the way down. Lift halfway, breathe in. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, plank. Inhale at the top of your push-up. And exhale, super slowly lower down. 3, 2, 1. Inhale into your baby cobra. Little tone in your belly to support your low back. Exhale, let it go. And then this time a little higher if you can. So maybe another baby cobra or full cobra. Inhale, lift. Shoulders stay back and down. Exhale, lower. And then this last one, Spider-Man cobra. Hands wide up on fingertips, elbows face the sky. Inhale, lift. And let it go. For a moment, friends, let's take it back to a child's pose. So sit your hips back to your heels and just give yourself a rest. Breathe and feel. And if you've lost track of your breath, your Ujjayi breath, now is a great time to connect to it again. Fire it up again. If you want, big open mouth sigh. Take it back to downward facing dog. All right, from your down dog, next inhalation, take your left leg to the sky, 3-legged. Use your strong core, exhale, step it through, low lunge. Rise up to your crescent lunge. Strong foundation in your legs, arms reach up. Take just a moment to settle. And then from crescent, you'll bring your hands to your front thigh. Kind of lean forward a little bit. And I know it's a little bit funky. Let's see if you can inhale, tap your back knee down very gently, let your heart lift, maybe your hips even move forward, and I'm gonna step my front foot forward a bit to give myself more space. As you exhale, pull your left hip back, lengthen, try to get your spine parallel to the ground, hips as square as possible. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift and lengthen. Inhale, lower your back knee. So it can kiss the ground or it can come full on down to the ground if you want to use it as a little rest. Just back and forth like this. Hopefully it's going all right. You can also use blocks under your hands, something like that, if that would work better. And next time you straighten that front leg, we're going to keep it there. So balancing on the ball of your back foot, hands pressing into your front thigh. And as your hands press into your front thigh, see if you can press your thigh back into your hands, but at the same time, try to pull your left butt cheek back. So there's tons of muscle energy and stabilizing energy happening. If you want, only if you want option to bend your front knee and back foot floats up. Oh, I forgot to do the arms. Ah! Reach your arms out or even forward wherever you are at. So a little bit different on this side, that's okay. Take one last deep breath. All right, low lunge. From low lunge, back knee comes down gently. If you need extra cushion, put it under your back knee. And then half splits, half Hanumanasana. So back toes stay curled under. And your hips can come all the way to your heel, or they can stay up a little bit higher. Flexion through your left toes. Pull your left hip back and reach your heart forward. Use your breath. Every single exhalation. See if you can go just a little bit further. Dive just a little bit deeper. See if you can get your left pinky toe, that little baby pinky toe, to flex or activate in some way. One last round. And then bottom of your exhale, come back to a low lunge, lift your back knee up. And then we'll walk our hands to the right long edge of our mat. So parallel your feet, straighten your legs. Spinal extension, inhale if you want, reach your arms out to both sides, so use your strong core here. And then let it go. You can either fold and just hang out, or you can move around, explore a little bit. Just notice whatever there is to notice. Feel whatever there is to feel. Open mouth size anytime you want. All right, let's come to a halfway lift with our fingertips on the ground. Inhale here. And then crawl your hands forward, low lunge. From low lunge, three-legged down dog. Take your left leg all the way up, all the way back. Open your left hip. You can absolutely stay here if you prefer. Otherwise, option to flip it. Left foot comes down. Reach your left arm forward. Lift your heart, lift your hips, and breathe all the way down into your belly. One last big in-breath. And then bring it back. Regular down dog. Everybody walk out your dog. Great big inhalation. Push the ground away. Exhale, look forward, step, tiptoe, or hop, top of your mat. Inhale, spinal extension, lengthen. And release, let it go. Let's take it all the way up, big full body stretch at the top, breathe in. Hands to heart, breathe out. Keep flowing, inhale, reach. Exhale, cactus your arms curl open. Inhale, realign, re-extend. Take it all the way down, slowly. Forward fold. Halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, top of your push-up. Inhale. And exhale, slowly lower. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, low cobra, stay low. Use your back strength. Exhale, release. You can stick with that or lift it higher, full cobra. So now using some arm strength. Keep your shoulders back and down. Exhale, let it go. And then Spider-Man cobra last time. So fingertips on the ground, elbows facing the sky. Lift your heart, tone your belly, press through your pelvis. Exhale, let it go. Let's take it back to a child's pose, nice and easy. And some big, expansive inhale. And exhale out your mouth if you'd like. All right, friends. Downward facing dog. Inhale, take your right leg to the sky. And then exhale, step your right foot through, low lunge. All right, from your low lunge, you're going to float your back leg up, standing splits. So you're more than welcome to stay in standing splits, or we're gonna play a little bit. Next option is a Shiva squat. So left knee tucks into the back of your right knee. Maybe you stay and play with extending and then squatting, extending, squatting. Otherwise, reach your right hand up, grab your left foot. Grab your left foot with your right hand. Once you've got it, see if you can root into your right foot and slowly start to rise up into a standing position. Once you are standing, kick foot into hand, pull hand back into foot, hinge at your hips, twisted dancer pose. Keep your heart lifting high. Little tone in your belly, hug in with your inner thighs. Take one last breath if you're with me in twisted dancer. See if you can come back down to that Shiva squat position and re-extend your left leg up. Everybody standing splits, breathe in, and then forward fold, set your left foot down, top of your mat. You can give your right leg a little shaky shake. Woo! Bring your big toes together, tuck and curl, little tiny potato bug ball. So butt towards the ground, nose towards your knees. You might try to press your heels down to work ankle flexibility, or you could lift your heels up to work balance and strength. You might wrap your arms around the front of your shins as well. Last couple big deep breaths and your tiny little potato bug ball get really small, compact as you exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. And let it go, fold, exhale. Let's take it all the way up, arms extend overhead, breathe in. And hands to your heart, breathe out. All right, we're gonna play again with balance. This is hard. I know this is a hard class. There's lots of hard things happening, so good job. Okay, you're rooting down into your left foot. So left foot is going to be your base. Right knee lifts up. And once your right knee is lifted, invitation to either just grab hold of your right knee or take your peace fingers to your right big toe. So option 1 is stay here. Option 2, left hand on your hip, right hand. Either grab the outer edge of your foot or your big toe. Once you've got your big toe, see if you can start to extend your right leg forward, press through your heel. Only extend as much as you can without rounding your spine. Press through your heel. And then if you're with me, and only if you want to, see if you can open your right leg out to the right, maybe reach your left arm out to the left. Woo! Squeeze through your outer left glute. So try not to stick your left butt cheek out. Take one more round wherever you're at. And then slowly, everybody, just come back to standing at the front of your mat. Give your left leg a little shake out. Shake out anything else you want. And then eventually just stand. Mountain pose. So arms out to your sides. Feet rooting down. Take up space with your body. Maybe close your eyes and feel just from the inside, the space inside of you. Embody a mountain. Breathe into all that space. All right, before we do all of that on the other side, we're gonna flow. Next inhalation, reach your arms to the sky. Exhale, dive down slowly. Lift and lengthen, inhale. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back. Take an inhale at the top of your push-up, high plank. Slowly lower, strong straight line as you exhale. Same little back bend flow, baby cobra, inhale. Strong back body, exhale, release. And then you can stick with baby or full cobra, inhale. A little higher, don't let your shoulders shrug up towards your ears, exhale, lower. And then Spider-Man cobra, nice and wide, inhale, lift. Exhale, let it go. Just for a moment, child's pose it out. Downward facing dog. Ujjayi breath, use it. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, step your left foot through softly. All right, from your low lunge, come into your standing split. So right leg lifts. And you are more than welcome to just stay right here in standing split. Otherwise, take one more inhale, reach your right leg really high, spread your toes. Exhale, Shiva squat. Maybe you stick with going back and forth into Shiva squats and extending your leg. Otherwise, stay right in your Shiva squat. Left hand grabs right foot. Left hand grabs right foot. The top of your foot, the shoelace side. Once you've got that, root into your left foot and see if you can start to stand up slowly. Slowly, slowly. Once you're standing, you feel like you've got your balance. Start to work that twisted dancer. So hinge at your left hip, kick foot into hand, hand into foot. Heart lifts. Woo, this is too hard, right? Just be playful. Last breath or two. All right, let's come back if we can. Get to that Shiva squat first. And then re-extend, standing splits. Reach your right leg super high. Reach, reach, reach. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. And forward fold. Left leg gets a little shaky, shake if it needs it. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, let it go. And then rise all the way up. Take your arms up. Woo, hands to your heart. Okay. Playing with balance again. Let's start with our hands on our hips. And right foot is your base this time. Lift your left knee. So remember option one, you grab your left knee. This is where you stay, you play with balance. Otherwise, right hand on your hip, left hand to the outer edge of left foot or peace fingers around big toe. Then start to extend your left leg forward, only as much as you can without rounding. Press through your heel, stand tall. So I'm only extending this far because if I do more, then my back's gonna round. So I'm gonna keep a little bend in my knee, big bend in my knee. Option two, open your left leg out to the left, reach your right arm out to the right. Squeeze through your outer right glute. Breathe, flexion through your left toes. If you're with me or wherever you're at, one last huge deep breath. See if you can come back slowly, come out of it slowly, however you need to get there. And just shake, you shake it out. When you're ready, mountain pose, standing tall, stand well in your body. Root through your feet, draw up through the crown of your head, broaden through your shoulders. Take up space. Close your eyes, feel that space, and breathe into all of it. Big, spacious breaths. Inhale, high mountain. Exhale, dive down slowly. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, plank. Breathe in and push the ground away. Come to your knees if you feel like modifying. Exhale, slowly lower, strong belly, strong shoulders. Inhale, baby cobra, use your back strength. Press down through shoelaces and pelvis. Exhale, let it go. Baby cobra or a little bit higher, full cobra, use arm strength. Exhale, let it go. Last one. Fingers wide, so you're framing your mat. Inhale, lift, tone your belly. Exhale, let it go. Take it back into a child's pose. Rest and breathe. Downward facing dog. All right, from your down dog, right leg high, inhale. Pigeon pose, right shin comes forward and body comes down gently. So of course, if you want to, you can take this on your back or in a seat. Otherwise, regular pigeon and bow forward and breathe. Good job, you guys. Last, let's say 3 deep breaths here. And start to slowly, bottom of your next exhale, start to slowly lift your upper body. And take it back to a 3-legged dog. So plant your hands, curl your back toes under, take your right leg to the sky. Give your right leg a nice little shaky shake. This is only an option. You absolutely do not have to take it. So you could go straight into a down dog, or option for fallen triangle, right knee towards left elbow and extend your right leg out. So you're on the outer edge of your right foot, lift your left arm, and lengthen your left side, lift your hips. Take one more big, huge in breath if you're with me in fallen triangle. And then exhale, left hand down. Take it back to down dog, however you want to get there. If you feel like moving through a quick vinyasa on your own, feel free. Otherwise, just walk it out in your down dog. Inhale, left leg to the sky. Exhale, pigeon pose, left shin forward. Body comes down gently, so set yourself up nice and intentionally. Take your time. And if you'd rather take this on your back or in a seat, that's totally fine with me. Keep a little bit of activation through your front toes to protect your knee joint. You're not pulling on tendons and ligaments. Your big deep breath. Think about 3 or 4 more. All right, friends, and then slowly let's take it back when you're ready. Start to lift back up. And then three-legged dog is where we're headed. So eventually your left leg will extend up, give it that nice little shake out. Only if you want, you don't have to. Option for fallen triangle. So left knee towards right elbow and then extend your left leg all the way through. Right arm lifts and reaches forward. Lift your hips. Lift your heart. So like you're trying to puff up your heart. Take one more big inhale. And then right hand down, three-legged dog maybe, or just regular down dog. So however you want to get to a regular downward facing dog. You could even take one final vinyasa if you're feeling it. Otherwise, just walk it out. All right, friends, go ahead and come down to hands and knees. And however you'd like to find your way, all the way onto your back. Start to transition all the way down. Once you're on your back, hug your knees in and take a little rock from side to side. Give your low back a little massage. All right, feet on the ground with your knees bent. Extend your right leg straight up towards the sky like you're trying to plant your foot on the ceiling. And for a moment, just hold behind your right thigh. So bend your knee as much as you need to so this isn't pulling on your low back. Press up through your right heel, flex your right toes. Take just a few deep breaths here, and if you want, you can extend your left leg. Imagine there's a heavy sandbag on top of your left thigh. Root down through the back of your right hip. So your right hip shouldn't be lifting at all. Pull your right hip down towards the ground. Press up through your right heel, flex through your right toes. Last couple breaths. So you can get your right quad to fire. Squeeze it. Your left leg is extended. Bring your left foot back to the ground with knee bent. And then release your right leg and cross your right knee on top of your left knee, like somebody would sit in a chair if they're wearing a really short skirt. Scoot your hips over to the right and reach your right arm out to the right, and then roll onto your left side. So having your knees crossed just kind of intensifies this twist. If you prefer not to have them crossed, like for right now, I think it doesn't feel good for me, so I'm not going to, but it's totally up to you. So feel free to uncross your legs if you want. Otherwise, leave them crossed and just take a few big deep breaths down into your belly. All the way to empty each exhale. Bottom of your next exhalation, let it go all the way to emptiness. And then come back up, bring your knees up, uncross your legs if they're still crossed, extend your right leg straight up towards the sky. And then set your right foot on the ground. For a moment, windshield wipers. So bring your feet to the width of your mat. You can tee out your arms or cactus your arms and just side to side with your knees a few times, slowly, intentionally. All right, back to neutral. Bring your feet about hips width distance apart once again. This time extend your left leg straight up, grab hold behind your left thigh, flex your toes, press up through your heel. So try to get your left quad to fire, to squeeze. And try to keep the back of your left hip rooting into the ground really firmly. Neutral spine is what we're going for. Flex your left toes, especially that little baby pinky toe. Up in your face and your jaw. And as you extend your right leg and try to squeeze your, or excuse me, as you extend your left leg and try to squeeze your left quad, you might even feel a little bit of shaking. That's not a bad thing at all. You can extend your right leg forward if you want to. Should have said that earlier, sorry. Take your last couple of breaths here. All right, and then if you did extend your right leg now, bring it back. As cross your left knee on top of right. So again, like somebody sits in a chair wearing a really short skirt, reach your left arm out, scoot your hips over to the left, and then roll onto your right side. If once you get here, you do not like having your knees crossed for whatever reason, just uncross them, no big deal. Breathe big and spacious all the way down to your low back, low belly, all the way into your hips and your pelvis. Relax through your facial muscles. Bottom of your next exhale, bring your knees back up, uncross them if they happen to be crossed still, and then left leg might extend up for them one last moment, one last time, then just set your left foot down. One more time, take a few rounds of windshield wipers side to side with your feet at the width of your mat. It's very important that your feet are wider than your hips as you go side to side. And after a few rounds side to side, come back to center and find a happy baby pose. So grab hold of your feet. Try as best you can to keep a nice neutral spine rather than rounding your back a lot. Pull down with your arms, but press up with your heels, flex your toes. You can rock a little bit or explore a little bit if you want. And then from happy baby, if there's anywhere else you want to go to finish off your own practice, do so. Give yourself a few rounds. And then eventually start to find your way into your final relaxation. You can just let your breath begin to dissipate. You can let all the muscles soften away from the bones. And just give yourself these last few moments to rest and to soak in all the efforts of your practice. This is just a super short and simple quote by Lao Tzu. It says, the softest thing in the universe overcomes the hardest thing in the universe. The softest thing in the universe overcomes the hardest thing in the universe. So these last few moments, see if you can explore what it feels like to be soft within your body, within yourself. And just let yourself rest. Soak in all the efforts of your practice.
Shavasana. Take a deep breath in. And let it go. And just start to slowly move, slowly wiggle fingers, toes. And as you're ready, roll to either side, fetal position. And just take a moment, curling into yourself. And staying as relaxed as possible through your physical body. Start to ease your way up into a seat. And as you come into a seat, take one last moment to just close your practice really intentionally. Gather your hands to your heart. Bow your head to your heart. And just acknowledge yourself for taking time out of your day to slow down, to tune in, to connect. Thank you so much for letting me guide you. Namaste. All right, Marlena and Heather are the only ones left. Thank you for
Katie.
Thank you for practicing with
That
me.
was
friend.
awesome. Thank you so much.
Hope we got those hamstrings a little loosened up.
So much better.
Right.
Thank you
Good.
so much.
See you later. Have
See
a
ya.
good one, guys.